Beep boop. This is a check-in video first, and hopefully I'll have actually something to say. But, update video. Today was my 6th day at the gym, in 2 weeks. I am hitting it pretty regularly. I am realizing the thing that is stopping me is not muscles. Like, that's not even my weak point. My muscles are actually just getting stronger over time. Now, the weak point is bones and skin, ironically. So my muscles are getting stronger over time, and I think that's because when you do something for a long time, your muscles kind of remember it. So, like working out or exercising or riding horses or sword fighting or playing a game, like a physical game like hockey or something, your muscles kind of have a muscle memory. But if you don't have the calluses that you made, like, from doing that thing, then your skin is weak. So, for me, like, the way that I'm gripping the exercise bike and the way that I'm pushing on the pedals and all that sort of stuff, that is ready to give out long before the muscles are. Today, I was on the exercise bike because it was nice and chilly outside, because it's the winter in the middle of frickin' Sweden. In the middle of the frickin' summer, because it's, you know, like, low teens. I didn't start sweating until like 25 minutes into the biking. I also am very excited because today was the first day that I was able to both use an exercise machine and read at the same time. So that was nice. Finally getting to the point where I don't have to focus on the exercise, at least initially. Again, the reason for the exercise is not really aimed at making me particularly fitter or losing weight. It's more of just a, hey, let's build up some endurance, because that's my main weak point right now. Because the weight thing, it's not really that big of a deal if I can get my heart good and my lungs good. It's also the end of my first week in Swedish for Immigrants. It is rather awesome, like way more so than I expected. I have a very good teacher. She has a bit of an accent when she speaks English, so she probably has a little bit of an accent when she speaks Swedish as well. She is a very good teacher. She's very patient. And she speaks entirely Swedish unless somebody just doesn't understand what she's saying. So I'm getting kind of inundated with somebody talking Swedish with me all the time. Sometimes it takes me a minute when I first get to class to realize that she's talking to like the whole class and not just a couple of people at the front. But I'm very, very good at the assignments. I am pretty good. Like once I've been given something to do, if it's like written down, I feel like I'm learning a lot about how to be a better teacher from this class, because the things that make my life much easier are having printed assignments that I can check more than once, going over the stuff before I actually, like, use the stuff. So, like, I'm given, we'll have a movie, or we'll have a long text, or we'll have something else, and she gives us all the vocabulary first, and I can write down what everything means. And then when I'm reading the actual story, I just occasionally have to look back at the vocabulary. And that really helps, because I've already done all the work. So I think this will add both to my ability to speak Swedish and read Swedish and write Swedish. And I'm actually coming along pretty marvelously for 4 days in. But I think it'll also make me a better teacher, which is pretty cool. If you add all of this to the fact that there's a new mobile game out that's Harry Potter based, so that also gives me a nice excuse to wander around in between gym sessions. So I'll go into the gym and I'll do like 20-30 minutes on an exercise bike, because that's where I'm starting at. Low impact, don't want to hurt the joints or the calluseless hands, my soft hands, having to get some calluses on them from gripping the bike thing. And then go outside, wander around for a little while, play the little mobile game, and then wander back into the gym and do another set or two. You know, it's a pretty good existence. I mean, it takes a lot of time that I would like to be doing other things. So there's a video game I probably would have been bored with a week in, and now it's like week 2, and I'm still pretty hyped about it. I don't yet know how to record video games on my television, but my wife is going to help me record video games on my laptop. She's got a program that she's going to help me learn. So I don't think I ever finished like StarCraft 2, and I thought of something that would be kind of fun for me and possibly for my students, my former students, which is there's a game called Darkest Dungeons, where you literally just you have a bunch of characters that you take into a dungeon. And I was thinking I could just give them like names of my former students. What makes this funny is that a lot of times there is nothing you can do and your characters go crazy or kill people or die. And I think that would give me a bizarre sense of misplaced joy. Do you think that that's like too dark, sweetie? I mean, it's Sweden, so nothing's really going to happen to them. So it's not like, you know, in America where, oops, this character went crazy and died could actually happen. But it is kind of dark. Do you think it's too far? You look like you think it's like actually too far.
I look like I'm reading a book and wasn't listening to anything you were saying.
Oh, okay. My wife wasn't listening because she's reading a book. I finally know how that feels. It's almost always the other way around. My wife is almost always like, you know, talking at me for a good 10 minutes, and I'll be in the middle of reading a book or playing a video game or writing something, and she'll just turn to me and be like, blah, 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 blah. And I'll be like, what? She's like, oh, you were doing something.
Swedish author.
She's super into this book by a Swedish author. I guess I can show you the book. Yes, my wife is super into this book. It gives her all the feelings. Anyway. That's the update. I am surviving. I have made like some actual Swedish friends who we're going to like movie nights with, so that's kind of awesome. Spending lots of time doing as much as we can and trying to enjoy the summer. Hopefully I can learn enough Swedish by the end of the summer to find some sort of job, because that'd be nice. Overall, I hope you are all well. I hope you are having a great summer. Penny says hi before she dashes away. I'm going to go play that video game I'm kind of obsessed with. It's called Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. It's amazingly cheesy and is very similar to Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which was one of my all-time favorites. Anyway, I hope you guys are good. One of these days I might start doing like book reviews or video game reviews, or like pick some books that like you genuinely need to and do like reading a chapter of those books, like those YouTube people that put up the holes that I did in class. You think like if I picked weird enough or interesting enough books, people might like that, or
most
is that
books
just
you get from that thing I bought you are pretty interesting and weird.
They're interesting and weird, but I'm not sure people would be interested in those because they're also very much geared to my very esoteric tastes. But, like, some classic... Like, I've got Stranger in a Strange Land over there, and that's, like, an amazing book. If I just read, like, chapters of it, people could listen to it.
It would be a good way to force your students who wouldn't read it on their own to listen to it.
I'm not sure... Well, that's the thing. I'm not sure the ones who would listen are the ones who would actually... I don't know. It's worth a look. It's worth a shot. Maybe I could do that.
I like listening to you talk, but also I'm your wife.
That's true. I might want to borrow your like little thing that points at me. You know, the thing where you hang your phone. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyway, that's the update. Hope you are all well. Take care of yourselves. Beep boop.